2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And for Paul George, it was a tough journey coming back from that gruesome injury he suffered. Safe to say he's put that completely in the past, and he's been phenomenal the last few seasons.
You know what, Ernie, I don't know why we're still talking about that. Not every player can come back from something like that. You know, it almost feels like he got better after the injury.
Yeah,
you know,
he's paying attention
to all the nuances on the court.
He's paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, he's paying attention to him because I think the overall thing that's impressive is his speed and his jumping ability that has come back.
Time for tip-off as we send it over to
Kenny.
Kevin Harlan for the call.
You quick, Kenny.
It's coming, man. It's coming.
We're live, the home of the Chicago Bulls, the United Center. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. We should have a fan favorite here tonight. Two fast break teams. Lots of highlight reel plays. Doris, what can either side do to try and slow down the other?
Well, both teams love to take turnovers and turn them into highlight reel dunks. So one, you've got to take high quality shots, take care of the basketball, make sure you're getting good shots every trip, Kev.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Now, here is Mirotic. Lopez a screen. Shoots the 3, and Zach LaVine hits from deep.
Well, spacing the floor with LaVine hitting from range, the offense benefits greatly.
Outside Westbrook, over to the wing. Robertson trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. On defense, Oklahoma City. Wade dishes to Dunn. Back to Wade. Over George, and it comes off the front of the rim.
You know what, just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Adams' shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The offensive rebound. LaVine can't hit.
1 for 4 right now. A little sluggish coming out of the gate.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, just the ability to have the kind of vision that Paul George has, exceptional at getting his teammates the basketball.
Now here's LaVine. It's stolen by Adams. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Offensive rebound.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Here's Lopez. Wade kicks to Mirotic. Misses the 3.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Left side, Westbrook. Overdone, and Russell Westbrook again.
Well, this has become his bread and butter. The mid-range game has been good to Russell Westbrook.
Well, Doris, you've said this many times. Few players as competitive as Russell Westbrook in the league. He goes full speed from start to finish, and you get the feeling he would play the entire game if his coach let him.
What I love most about Russell Westbrook is how much this guy just loves to compete. And it's that mentality that allows him to take over games, even if things aren't falling his way. It's hard to think of a guy who wants to win more in the league.
So it's the Thunder now, after Dwayne Wade's miss. Patterson, the screen, launches it. Mirotic grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 6. Wade passes to Mirotic. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Adams dishes to Westbrook. A second chance effort. No good at the rim.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Kicks to Patterson. Outside, George. Patterson passes to Roberson. Adams with the screen on Wade. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. And Russell Westbrook with the 3. Westbrook's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, Westbrook will not be bothered by an aggressive defender. This guy can get his shot against anyone.
Lopez sets a screen for Levine. They need this one. And the shot is long. The Thunder leading by 9. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. Dave?
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And an impressive transition for Patrick Patterson, developing Doris into a stretch 4 in the NBA.
Well, think about it, Kev. This is a guy who only made 24 threes in 3 years at Kentucky. Now in the NBA, he averages over 100 a season.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Mirotic. Justin Holiday's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Grant in for Dunn. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. Arenas is checked in for Roberson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. And Kristen kicks to George. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Kanter. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
Well, Kev, you have to love how Enes Kanter plays with his back to the basket. This guy is so efficient. He is one of the most productive big men off the bench, the kind of player every coach would love to have to get a little juice in your second unit.
George with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Here's Wade. Paul George making his last shot. Over George. And the shot no good, a bit short. Of course, as you said, Kanter has thrived as a sixth man. His ability to score on the block, he can carry an offense of a second unit.
Yeah, a lot of how Kanter scores is with his incredible footwork. He is great at sealing off a defender to get the shot he wants, and he's also a very strong finisher. Now, here's Grant, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Holiday, and the Bulls, another three. Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 10. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, Portis is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Markkanen. Then there's Grant, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Wade. Doris, we have so many bigs that are playmakers, even though their position doesn't say they really should fall in that category. But we do have a lot of guys that can pass, that have size, and operate down low. Who, in your opinion, tend to be some of those names under the radar?
Well, I go to Marc Gasol, who is an all-star center in the NBA. But what his value is, he's increasingly become comfortable with a guy who they want to take 15 to 20 shots a game. But the beauty of Marc Gasol is the unselfish nature of his game. You can stick Marc at the elbow, enter the ball through him, and you know something good is going to happen. He's going to make the right pass. He's going to lead to the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the score, or he can get his own offense. I think for me, maybe the under-radar guy in terms of playmaking have to be Marc Gasol.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Grant kicks to Portis. Outside Holiday, and there's the pass to Markkanen. And the Thunder pushing it up now. On up the court, and the basket is good. And the Thunder lead by 10.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Lopez, he's checked in for Markkanen. Mirotic comes in for Dwayne Wade. Zach LaVine's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Grant. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Chris Dunn. LaVine can't hit. And the Bulls finally committing, Greg, to a full rebuild this last offseason.
Yeah, and trading Butler was the start of it. I mean, they got some young players to build around and a pick, and it won't be an easy road ahead, but one they felt they needed to make.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Roberson. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Westbrook, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Now here's LaVine. Mirotic has a wide open look. It's good from long range. Mirotic has got 5.
Well, what a combination of size and touch that makes him a nightmare matchup from three-point range. Wow.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Back to Robertson. Another shot. They get it back. Adams' shot is good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Bulls trail by 9. Dunn kicks to Lopez. And Mirotic has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Well, Doris, beside what he brings to a team on the court, Steven Adams also helps the team in the locker room with his presence.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You can hear it in the way Steven Adams interacts with both the press and his teammates. He's a very personable guy. There's a sharp wit to him that can help ease tension within a team or sometimes, if necessary, with the media.
And here's LaVine following Russell Westbrook's 3. LaVine, and that one hits back iron.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Now, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Russell Westbrook is as explosive an offensive player as there is in the NBA, and he's got his rhythm now.
Out to the wing. Lopez passes to Mirotic. A floater. Westbrook pulls it in.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Robertson can't hit.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Dunn misses.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
Patterson can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lopez a screen. There's a good screen. And here's LaVine. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mirotic. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Mirotic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Baseline try, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the wing on the left, from the arc. And Robertson pulls it down. Out to the right wing. Here's Patterson. The Thunder with another miss. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling thy paint. Shaquille.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Bulls trail by 11.
Well, if you think back to last season, guys, the narrative was that Russell Westbrook had zero help on this roster. To be completely honest, I thought it was unfair to the pieces that were around Russell Westbrook and the job they did playing their roles to exactly the standard this organization wanted.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Outside, Levine. He kicks it to Dunn. The feed now to Mirotic. There's the pick. Levine up top. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Levine's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Bulls. And what the fans are saying is that Westbrook, Doris, just needs more help around him.
Well, certainly the acquisition of Paul George should relieve some pressure on Russell Westbrook because now he's teamed along yet another superstar.
Now done, following Patrick Patterson's three-point attempt. And Mirotic kicks to Dunn. Back to Mirotic. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Can't nail the jumper.
Boy, you don't get much more wide open inside the arc. He simply got to make that shot.
Pass to Westbrook. Overdone. And it's Westbrook again missing.
Boy, searching for some rhythm here at the start of the second half. That's their third straight miss.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Connects from three-point range. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Screen by Adams. George dishes to Patterson. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Westbrook's got 17.
Well, it took 4 tries, but they get their first bucket in the second half.
Chicago calls timeout. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach, and someday maybe I'll coach a boys' high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business, and slowly but surely, it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being a manager?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be, and sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. Changes for Chicago. Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic. Justin Holiday comes in for Zach LaVine, and it's Grant in for Dunn. And then for Oklahoma City, Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Andre Robertson. Now here is Holiday. He's got 6. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Holiday's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the 3rd.
George passes to Westbrook. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Holiday. Grant kicks to Holiday. Dishes it to Markkanen. Puts up a 3. Second chance shot. Some solid defense from Grant.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Here's Grant following the basket by Russell Westbrook. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. And here we go. And Kanter throws it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too. It's going to send Robin Lopez to the line. That's on Enes Kanter. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Alex Abrinas comes in for Krista.
Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
The free throw off from Lopez. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and, Greg, get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. And here now the Thunder, after Dwayne Wade's miss. Offensive rebound, Adams. And a missed layup.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket. Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
Westbrook missing again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside Holiday. Lopez a screen. Grant kicks to Holiday. Another miss by Holiday. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Here's Abrinas. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the 3rd. And Holiday kicks to Wade. Pass to Lopez. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Abrinas kicks to Westbrook. The dish now to Kanter. Screen by Adams. feeds it to Westbrook. Oklahoma City keeping it alive with a new 24-second shot clock. There's a screen by Kanter. He feeds it to Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing. Not going to go that time. And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We know the right way and the wrong way to play, okay? The ball needs to hop right now. That's when we're at our best. We need to start playing together right now, because when we get to the rim and move it, we're getting anything we want.
Emphasizing the unselfish play, Billy D knows that's when they perform their best.
Yeah, I mean, no question. When this team's sharing the basketball and everyone's playing for each other, they are a much tougher out.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Portis is out there with Markkanen. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
Here's Westbrook. After the basket by Nikola Mirotic. That one misses.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, to say Russell Westbrook will give you a nightmare in transition, he'll keep people up at night.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now, here's Dunn. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Outside, Levine. Takes the 3. That's good from Mirotic on the assist by Levine. And that's 13 points for Nikola Mirotic. Right side, Westbrook. Over Dunn. And again, it's Russell Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 10.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And nice to see Zach LaVine back out on the floor after seeing him lose the back half of last season to injury. Doris, that was a tough blow for him, tearing his ACL, but he hopes to have a full recovery.
Well, I think, Kev, the key piece here is sports medicine can do so much more now with the recovery of an ACL. And when Zach LaVine is healthy, with his burst and the ability in the open floor, this guy is a sight to behold.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. He was not pleased. He said, "You guys look dead out there." Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, "This is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up, guys."
Here's Roberson. George dishes to Patterson. Here's Roberson. Lock at 6. The 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. And it's Adams on the follow.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's the screen. Dunn passes to Levine. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside for George. The putback Chicago grabs the miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Roberson. Money from the wing. And the Thunder lead by 14.
I'll tell you, good or not, that isn't a shot they'll want him to take again.
We have a number of young teams in the league, Doris, with a lot of talent, but not many wins, still in the process of learning how to win. What can a coach do to keep them confident and inspire them through the tough times, the growing pains?
You know, Kev, I think one thing you always hear coaches talk about is the process, and you can't skip steps. And so I think if you throw yourself into trying to get better every single day, and I would say look no further than Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who started their careers on an Oklahoma City team that barely broke double-digit wins in the NBA, but both were diligent, both kept to the course, and both continued to work hard. And now you've got two guys who really are MVP-level kind of guys.
And don't you see the stair step, too, for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who every year picks up something different to do to enhance his overall game?
You know, that's a great point. The Spurs would tell you they built his game brick by brick. I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Chicago making some changes. Lopez comes in for Markkanen, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Mirotic. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Cantor's checked in. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Westbrook. Patterson. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
The drive by Wade. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Westbrook. And stolen by Dunn. And they're running. Levine inside the three-point line. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 13. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter.
And for so long, the Bulls really were synonymous with the best defensive teams in the league. But as a team, they've started to slip the last few years. It's something that has been lost while this team kind of retools for the future.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Dunn kicks to Levine. Wade against George. And the Bulls with another miss.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Westbrook with it. He dishes it to Robertson. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Back to Westbrook. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Oklahoma City.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Russell Westbrook.
Well, guys, this guy has been a handful all night long. His scoring really propelled them, and no matter what the matchup was or what the scheme they tried to use, they could not keep this guy in check.
Now, here's Dunn, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Wade from outside. Another miss by Wade.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Now Westbrook. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job of all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.